I was recently in New York City with my friend Tracy, who happens to be obsessed with everything Broadway.
Good morning, New York. It's time to step outside.
And it was on this trip that we met Luc Bouchard, another Broadway fanatic and a Montrealer who happens to live in New York City. So I'm at this bar in Manhattan with my newfound friends, and Luc tells me about his friend Jimmy Moore, who is well known in the Montreal drag scene. Of course, this piques my curiosity, so the second I get back to Montreal, I want to meet this Jimmy Moore. And so I called him. Hello, Jimmy. It's Catherine. How are you, darling? We start talking, and it turns out that beyond being this person I had to meet, he also has these incredible stories about the drag scene right here in Montreal, because he's actually been a part of it since he was 18 years old. And so today, I get to share some of his stories with you. So let's go meet Jimmy. But first, Mama needs a makeover, because I am well underdressed for this interview. Let's go. Well, listen, I was expecting Jimmy Moore, and I got Céline Dion right here. Bonjour, Céline.
Ça va?
Ça va bien?
Oui,
Look
toi?
at you. You look fabulous.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
I dressed up just for you.
Well, you look great, my friend.
Thank you so much. So listen, thank you for having me right here at District Video Lounge.
Yes.
I'm seeing a little bit of your costumes here.
Yes.
Can you tell me about what this is?
So this is one of my trademark, the
Okay.
Pony Queen, because I'm a big, you know My Little Pony?
Yeah.
When I was young in the 80s, they had that brand out. So I got the theme, the Pony Queen, for myself. So this is my main outfit,
Really?
my main brand.
Listen, I'm seeing a fabulous number right here.
Yes, this one is
Lovely one in pink.
Yeah, hot pink. It's inspired by the 40s.
Okay.
And from a bit like Joan Crawford.
Well, your dresses are fabulous. I have so much to discuss with you. You want to sit down with me for a bit?
For sure.
All right, let's do
Yes.
this. I want to know about the power that it gives you to dress up, to go in full makeup, to come out on the stage. Does that give you that sense of power, a little bit more oomph that you have when you're in regular clothing?
It's the most powerful thing on earth for me when I get dressed up and when I first step on the stage
Yeah.
and perform for an audience. It's more than power, it's magic. There's nothing in the world in this world that gives me more empowerment and joy and magic than that. Nothing.
Well, speaking of connecting with the audience, you're dressed up as Céline Dion today. You do Britney Spears, Shania Twain. So how do you choose your celebrities?
Well, first you need to love them. If you
Yeah.
don't like an artist, it's, I guess, impossible to impersonate them. I don't choose them, they choose me most of the time. Like Madonna, I've started out my career with her, and I was a big fan since I was 13 years old. So it's part admiration and simple love. for their work.
Is it the same as impersonating when you're in drag? Are you technically impersonating, or you're studying the character and you're going to go out and perform like them?
It's very different. It's very, very different. I'm much more of an impersonator, and I have a bit of a drag in the concept that I'm more of an actor who reproduced moves, ambiance, have a big dance crew with me, and we reproduce like all of the artists that I am impersonating.
is drag so important to the queer community and beyond?
Well, because drag queens have been there forever, and it's a lot of the time the best way for people from the outside to get to know the gay community. You know, they go to a drag show. It's usually the big introduction to that different kind of the society. And right now with the mainstream of RuPaul Drag Race and Canada Drag Race, and it's getting very much more mainstream. So I think it's the main introduction for most people to LGBTQA.
Well, listen, I would love to meet Jimmy, the artist underneath all that. Would it be possible for me to watch you de-drag?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do this. Let's go.
Come on.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to see this and allowing you to de-drag in front of me.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky. I never allow anybody to see that.
Really? Well,
No.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And of course, I have to take you back to the beginning.
Yeah.
What was the Montreal drag scene like when you first began?
Very different. Back in the days, well, internet was not there, so that's the main factor.
Yeah.
And back in 1998, there were two different teams. There were the drag queens, and there were the female impersonator.
Okay.
So, and everything switched maybe 10 years ago
Okay.
with the arrival of RuPaul Drag Race. Drag queens and a female impersonator got all merged together.
Were drag shows controversial back in the days
In
when you first started? You started right around 18 years old. So were they
Yeah.
controversial back then?
It was not controversial. It was more like a nightclub thing.
Okay.
It was not mainstream at all.
It wasn't mainstream.
No.
Not like the way it is today.
Oh, never,
Right.
never.
So definitely more underground is what you would say.
Underground. That's the word.
Yes. Okay. And how has the drag scene evolved over the years?
Well, it has its ups and downs. I mean, when I was around 28 years old, I remembered I made a lot of money. It was very prolific era for me. And then bars started to close down. I guess there was a big economic crisis going on. Bar started close down, stopped doing shows because they found that drag were too expensive.
When you say it has changed, it's evolved, it's definitely something different than it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, it evolved a lot because now drag queens are a force to be reckoned with, and they're very popular right now. So in that matter, everything's changed a lot. Every bar wants their little drag show.
Yes.
And, you know, they feel like more, not appropriate, but more
maybe-
relevant, maybe.
And accepted.
And accepted, yeah.
Yeah, definitely more accepted now. Well, listen, I'm seeing a lot of layers come off here.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you continue. I'm going to go back and sit down and wait for you to come out and re-emerge.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in just a bit.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Jimmy!
Yeah, hi.
What a transformation.
Thank you.
So this is Jimmy Moore.
Yeah.
Or Jimmy Fi.
Yeah, this
Jimmy
is
Fi.
me.
This is you.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Good.
You feel good? When
Yeah.
you come out of drag, what do you hold on to from the persona of drag when you come out of it?
I'm always happy to come out of it.
Yeah.
So I feel better as myself
Okay.
naturally, for sure, because drag is work. It takes such a long time to get ready, and it's good to do it, to get ready for it, but to undo it is the best also.
I love it. Well, you look good.
Thank
When
you.
you were young, was there something that called you to drag?
I wanted to be a star. I wanted to be a star, and I guess because I got bullied a lot at school, I wanted to prove to the world that I was able to create and accomplish stuff on my own.
And And so take me back to that moment, because you're saying I wanted to be a star. You don't wake up overnight and say, you know what, I'm going to be a star. So a lot of pain there for you, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. And my father, which I love, my father is my role model. But when I was younger, he was not at home. He was working a lot. So I was seeking for his love and admiration, because his standards are so high.
Okay.
He did a lot in his life. But
to provide for your family?
Yeah, but he did a lot, he did a lot to provide for his family, but also to do great things with his life, because he's out from a very poor family, and he did good with his life. He got out of it. He created his own business. So I always wanted to impress him, and still today, I want him to be proud of me.
You grew up in a small town, Riverfield?
Yeah.
Okay, where is that exactly?
It's
near...
It's near Hemingford.
Okay, so back when you were in high school, you came out, you were how old?
13.
And were your peers and your friends accepting, or were they a little bit more confused?
They were accepting, but
Yeah.
it was more about, like in Mean Girls, a bunch of mean girls doing all the mean stuff, and some people were just following the move. So it was the same thing for me. There was a bunch of guys, not a lot of girls, a bunch of mean guys.
Okay.
But I didn't let them stop me.
No, you didn't, and you're doing well for yourself today.
Yeah.
And so what attracts you now to Stardom? Because you're an adult, you know who you are. What attracts you to all of this?
Well, what attracts me? Performing on a stage. That's my main passion out of my art. It's my main passion, and it's also the main point of my business. Because right now, and I love everybody by saying this, but right now there's so many drag queens out there, and they feel relevant only because of those TV shows like Drag Race, and they all want to be part of that because they think that this will bring them a career. But the truth of the matter is, no matter what kind of business or career you want to accomplish, you need to work hard, get up, and do your own thing. And now I'm quite proud, because I'm the only professional impersonator almost in Canada doing only impersonation show. So I realized my dream. I'm living my dream. I'm living out of my heart. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
You said I love everybody, but the drag scene has changed. Do you feel the drag scene has lost a little bit of its authenticity?
Maybe only in the sense that everybody wants to be like somebody else in that matter. Because let's say the queen of drag queens for me is Mado Lamotte.
Okay.
She's a true original.
Yeah.
And that's why she has her own cabaret, and that she still is so relevant today, because she has her own flavor, and she did her path the way she wanted to do it. And she didn't want to be anybody else. Now you're going to tell me, but you're an impersonator. Yeah, but that's my job. This is the way I chose my art. But in her drag identity, she's so unique that I find that everybody, all little drag queens now wants to be like one of the drag queens on TV. That's the main difference.
And where does Montreal fit into the North American drag scene?
Is the biggest scene in Canada. In Canada for sure. North America, I wouldn't pretend to know anything like more than anybody else. But in Canada, it's the biggest drag scene. That's for sure.
And why do you think? Do you think it's because we have our gay village? Do you think it's because we are a little bit more accepting? Like, what would you say?
Because Montreal specifically is a big open place. People welcome people with arms wide open. Everybody is more accepting.
So you get to meet all kinds of people. Do you see that a lot of people from, out of country even, from other cities that come in?
All the, at Les Jeudis 3D, I always come down and ask people from where are you, blah, blah, blah. And we have a lot of people from the west of the Canada, from United States, from far away in our province, from Ontario. So people love Montreal.
If people want to see your show, there's people who saw you as Céline right now who are interested, going to go on your website, and they want to see Jimmy Moore, how can they do that?
Yeah, they go on my website. There's a section shows called shows or spectacle.
Okay.
And then you have all of my dates. November 6th, I have Britney. November 27th, I have Celine Dion and Madonna. December 4th, I have Mariah Carey.
Oh boy.
And December 18th, it's Adele.
Well, listen, you have, so your next one is Britney.
Yeah.
And Britney is all over the news right now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of good for you.
Yeah, well, I know my marketing skills. I have a good marketing skills. And every Thursday, it's called Les Jeudis 3D here at 10 o'clock. I perform with one guest drag every week. And it's free.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I want to step outside with you for just a moment and take a quick walk to one of the places that means a lot to you. Do you want to do that with me?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, do you live here?
Live not that far away.
So this is home to you.
Well, it's just, no, I wouldn't say, well, home, yes and no, because I work a lot in the village.
Yeah.
But my husband never came to the village before he met me.
Okay.
So he's more, we go outside.
Okay.
We
Got it.
would go eat outside, but I come a lot with my friends, with my closest friends. Yeah, I think it's very important to support local places.
We're almost here. I see her up there.
Yeah,
Look at this, Jimmy.
yeah,
Mado,
yes.
we made it. This place is very important to you. I've actually been here and seen a couple of shows. So what does this space signify for you?
Well, a lot. Actually, is the best place to perform in the village, stage-wise, and also because I first started here at Thanksgiving 1998.
Wow.
I did a number of Madonna, but the place was called Cabaret L'Entrepôt back in the days.
Okay.
So a long, long time ago, and they pretty kept the rooms as they were.
So the decor is pretty much the same today.
Downstairs, yes. So it's a lot of memories, a lot of good stuff here.
When you walk by here, you feel good.
Always.
And so what was that first show for you like back in 1998?
Well, first, I didn't know how to do my makeup, so I've hired a makeup artist to transform myself as Madonna, and I sang with my voice the first time. Yeah,
okay.
I did a number of Ray of Light of Madonna when I came here with my dancers. I was, even back then, very driven with ambition. Yeah.
And speaking of being driven, you're replicating and impersonating these celebrities. Have any of them ever reached out to you and said thank you? And I've seen your show. Anyone at all?
Well, Madonna, I did her private tour party in 2009 here at the Bell Center.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to come. I did perform for all of her crew, and then her costume assistant was there, and I performed for him. And right after, he came to me and said she watched her stuff on the internet, and she said that you're very good doing her.
Oh my gosh.
So I was
what
very,
does that do for you?
Yeah, well, that's the biggest gift ever, because I'm not sure I want to meet all the celebrities that I'm impersonating, for a lot of reasons. But I was happy with that. That's enough for me.
Oh, well, that's a great story. Well, again, thank you for bringing me down the street to Mado. I know how much this place means to you. And of course, for opening up and giving us an inside look to the drag scene here in Montreal and joining me today on our Montreal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Have a good day.